Hello friends, it's Barbara Sue. I am the creator and owner of the blog Kowalski Mountain. Welcome back. So today I am making blackberry jam and I'm out here in the summer kitchen. As you know, we moved into the RV and this is the first step of us being able to move to the property in Kentucky. This allows us to live a little bit smaller so we can pay off the property and move there sooner. So it gets pretty warm in the RV when we're cooking this time of year, so I'm going to cook outside. Now I do have a storm coming in, so we'll see if I can get this done in time. My daughter surprised me from Tennessee and came down for a visit. So our families went to pick blackberries at an organic farm, and so I'm going to make some blackberry jam with the berries that we picked. So come along while I make it. So the first thing that I have to do is I need 4 cups of crushed blackberries. And just so you know, I've already rinsed the berries inside, so these are already clean and ready. And crushing them is just going to help them cook a little bit faster. They'll cook down a little bit better. Now you can strain your berries. I'm not going to do that. And here comes the rain. Well friends, I had to go in because of the rain, at least to pull off of where I was working. So I went ahead and I crushed up the berries while it was raining. And I had enough berries in what I'd set aside to make jam to make a double batch. So I have 8 cups of crushed blackberries, and I'm going to go ahead and add the sugar to this recipe. Now I am going to use a full sugar recipe. I use raw sugar when I cook, a little less refined. I know it's just as sweet, but that's what we're going to make today. Hopefully this pot's going to be big enough for the berries and all the sugar. We'll find out. I'm going to do a final crush just to make sure they're good. I'm going to go get my potato masher to finish that up. Now one of the problems about the summer kitchen is that there's a lot of flies. So that's why I'm careful to cover it every time I walk away to keep them out of my jam. Now on the other end of the grill I have the water bath canner going. I've got the jars sterilizing over there. So those are going to be ready when this jam is ready to put in the jars. So now that I have the berries sufficiently crushed, now we're going to go ahead and put in the sugar. Now it does call for a lot of sugar. There's going to be 14 cups of sugar in this recipe. That's 10. I need a little bit more sugar. 11, 12, 13, cups of sugar. Yikes. So I'm stirring this up really good. And my spatula is having a little bit of trouble. Let me get my wooden spoon. So this wooden spoon is kind of special because my dad hand carved it. His name is Tom Seeger, and he hand carved this spoon for me. This is actually my small one. I also have a big one which I call my cauldron spoon that's really large, that's useful for my big pots when I'm making big batches of salsa or broth or soup. There it is. I've got it all stirred in. I'm also going to put in my tablespoon of butter. That's used to keep the pot from foaming up. It's supposed to help with that. So I just throw that in. I have my water bath canner over here on the burner of the stove. And that is about done. It's been running this whole time, sterilizing. I did add some additional jars to make up for the additional jelly that I'm making. So I'm going to take that off the burner and I'm going to get this jelly going. So I've got the fruit mixture on the heat, and this has to come to a full rolling boil to come up to temperature. It's going to take quite a while, and so I'll be stirring here until that happens, and then we'll move on to the next step of adding the pectin. So I've got my jelly mixture up to a full rolling boil, and it is super full. I'm going to turn that down a little bit. I need to add the pectin next. And then it will boil for 1 more minute, and then it's going to be ready to put into the jelly jars. So today I'm using liquid pectin. I've actually never used liquid pectin before, but that's all I could get at my local store, so that's what I'm using today. So as you can guess, probably I had to move this inside because the storm continued, and I've had to finish up the jelly inside the RV. So this is my kitchen, and even though it's a small kitchen, I just make it work. So I did put some of the jam inside of a little bowl just to see if it is going to gel up, which it is, and it tastes delicious. So it's time to put the rest of the jam into the jars and get those into the water bath processing. The headspace in these jars is supposed to be 1/4 of an inch. I'm going to be probably 3 or 4 jars shy of having enough to use all my jam, which I'm going to have to boil more jars to get that done. But we'll get these in the water bath canner and get them processing. So the lids just go on finger tight, which they're really hot. I actually have the little magnetic tool, you know, that you fish all the stuff out of the hot water, but I forgot to get it out. Okay, I'm going to get this batch onto the burner and process the water bath. Alrighty, my 10 minutes of processing is over, so it's time to pull the jam out of the water bath canner. Already popping. Ping! Did you hear the ping? Alright, so there's my dozen of my blackberry jam that is ready. I'm going to sterilize some more jars and finish the last of the jam in the pot, and then we get to try it out. So we'll see you later. Thanks for watching.